wrinkled, weary woman shuffles papers at the end of the table. She looks like one who's become accustomed to the pointlessness of her existence. I'm Mayor Berthney. Bernathy. Welcome to Shader. What is your purpose in Shader? I don't know. There really isn't much of one. I'm the mayor of the beautiful city of Shader, placed by the Empire as a guardian for all that that's worth. Which isn't much. I had to get a drink of water. How did you become mayor? She coughs. She doesn't look well. I was handpicked by the Empire to come here and try to run this place. Right into the ground. Of course, Avernum really run everything. Things I say are basically ignored. Plus, of course, nobody expected the roaches. Know anything about the roach plague? She wipes a running nose. They bring disease. Everyone is dying. The crops are being eaten. She grins evilly. And the Anama can't handle it. About the only authority I have is to give a mission to someone who could handle it. Okay. One bit of authority remains to me. The Empire gave me the ability to give adventurers quests if necessary. Here it is. Slay the roaches. Rid the island of them. Save the people before diseases kill them all. She coughs delicately into her hand. Do this, return to me, and I will reward you well. Please hurry, and good luck to you. Okay. Sure. This bookshelf is still mostly empty, waiting to be filled with useless forms nobody will ever care about. The only thing you find of potential value is a scroll tube, dusty and forgotten. Bolt of fire, whatever. Even your bookshelves are depressed, lady. Grunders. Oh, a courier. I don't want anything to do with you. Spells, identification, reasonable rates. The building has been mostly cleaned out. There are only a few bits of litter left behind. It's an odd smell. I think you hear scraping noises coming from the room to the west. Bash that door down. Oh no! Crud, a mung roach. It's even worse than the rats. I suppose I shouldn't have expected any better from this place. What was that? Her. That is a loud cat. Oh, it's Cassie, my dog. Muscular soldier patrols the streets of the city. Her armor has the insignia of the Empire Dervish, the title the Empire gives to its strongest, craftiest warriors. When she sees you, she approaches. I'm Dervish Cassie. What do you think of the Anama? They are not loyal to the Empire. They will be called to account for it. What's your job here? I'm patrolling for roaches. He stares at you pointedly. And other vermin. What are you implying? I served in the war with the Avernum worms. I've heard of you. And the people of Valora may tolerate you. But I know what you Avernites have done. Stop calling us worms. Spits at your feet. All these monsters came from you. I know it. Don't get smug. Everyone knows the Avernites are among us. And by now the Empire knows too. Believe me, whatever you're doing, you'll pay for it 1,000 times over. She turns away. Well. Nice statue. Temple of the Anama. All who welcome wisdom have a home. Evildoers will be punished, says the man hiding behind the statue. guys are really a disease cult or something, right? Old man looks comfortable in the elaborate robes of his office, as if he was born in them. He was, actually. It was very uncomfortable for his mother. He looks at you serenely. He says simply, "Welcome, travelers. I've heard of you. I am Honar, spiritual guide of the Anama Church." You're the leader of the Anama? Though I wish to be humble, I must also be honest. Yes, I founded the Anama Church, and I watch over it and help my people in their struggles. So you founded the Anama Church? Yes. But I did not make it strong. My life has been devoted to my teachings, both on the ethereal and practical matters. But the city around us, and the strength of our faith, that's the achievement of its members. What practical matters keep you busy? My beliefs include that holy energy should be refined to the point where it can fully substitute for magical energy. Okay. For this reason, I teach holy prayers to all that I can, so that others may be convinced to leave the ways of magic behind. Doubtful. In return, we ask for donations. They are necessary to bring supplies and building materials out to this remote isle. Don't you have building materials all around you in the form of a giant forest? Holy powers. I'll take that. That's all I want. I gave you your freaking donation. Dang. That's the first door in a while Jeremy hasn't been able to knock down. Waiting room. Kid. Deland. Young boy, about 10 years old, moves quickly about the temple. He sweeps the corridors with a large broom. He bows. I'm Deland. Are you sweeping up? I work for the Anama. Someday I'm going to be a big Anama priest. Not a skinny one. I have to be fat. What do you do when you become an Anama priest? Travel around to heal disease and kill monsters, just like a Honar. Who is a Honar? Go talk to a Honar. He's the high priest. He does all the good things. All of them. No one else does anything good, just him. When disease has killed my parents, he took me in. Oh, I'm sorry you lost your parents. It's very quiet. I miss them. They were killed by magic. I hate magic. I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Oh, what do you know about the church? You should join. They do a lot of good. Okay. Anama members only in this area. Reading room. Office of Lockhart. Not my incense. Doesn't sell for much though, so... Thank you for your cooperation. Slam. The desk is dusty. The owner of this office has not been here for some time. He or she was claimed by the plague. The desk contains some old supplies, a few scrolls. Look at the scrolls, and are excited to see they describe script Anama holy rituals. Read it! Curing level 3. Well, that certainly didn't take nearly as long to learn as it did in Avernum 2. Curse you, salamander eggs! Fire lizard back. Curse them anyway. Obey the law, says the statue. So we have no leads right now. Aside from... go hunt things. Let's keep talking to people. Sleepy-looking man sits hunched over the counter nursing a mug of really nasty-smelling drink. Doesn't look like he wants to talk to you. I'm Irvine. Now go away. How's it going? Enjoying my privacy, and you're disturbing it. I don't mean to disturb your privacy. Well, you did. I hate being bothered by every loser adventurer who comes into the bar. Go away. Well. Everyone's so rude here. Mickey. This woman's tattoos and weathered skin marker is one who's seen a lot of the sea. She cleans off the bar's counter with a dirty rag in her calloused hands. I'm Mickey. What can we order? I wanted information, but apparently you don't know nothing. Okay. Come on, back out. You can do it. Food. Hey, old man. Or woman. Sick boy. Thin man with running sores on his face moves up to beg from you. It's a pathetic sight. He coughs. I'm called Sick Boy. Spare some time and change for a sick man. How'd you get like this? The roaches, the sickness. Now I just wander and survive as best I can. Give me a few coins, I'll tell you what I know. Is surviving tough? People are good to me. Sometimes give me a few coins. The people who ain't in the Anama are the best. Why don't the Anama help you? The Anama may seem kind, but they can be a hard lot. They only help those who help them. If you can't work to build up their island, they'll gladly cut you loose and not spare you a second thought. It's pretty much what I expected. Judith? How do I know Judith? How should I know? Aren't too kind to people who don't belong. Sometimes, shrugged sadly. It goes to show you, sometimes the holier someone gets, the worse they are. Give a few coins. Accept your coins. Thanks, friends. By the way, keep an eye out for Judith. She's a healer who goes from town to town. I heard her say once she knows about some ancient artifact. Ask her. Get away from me, you bum! No. Well, we haven't seen Judith. Oh, Boyle. This man has dark, leathery skin and multiple earrings. You suspect he's been over many seas and to many lands. He proudly wears a Nama ring. My name is Boyle. I see you bear the symbol of the Anama. I do, and proudly. They seem strange at first, but they're brave lot and honorable. Now I tell all I meet of their teachings. Why did you join? Nama taught me that a sword to use against others is only of limited use when others have more swords than you. That is why I no longer use or will support the use of magic. To show my loyalty, I took a wand I had carried for defense for many years and I threw it through a grate into the sewers, where I hope it lies still. It's very proud of this. This wand is still down there? I suspect so. It's no longer any concern to me. Okay. How do you get to the sewers? Let's go into the disease-infested sewers. That sounds good. How do you keep busy? I sail the seas. Very difficult calling of late. For some time now, I have been stranded on this isle. What has you stranded here? The monsters are roaming everywhere. Trade is slowed to a standstill. Nobody produces goods or calls for goods beyond what they can produce themselves to survive. When cargo ships stopped sailing, many sailors, such as myself, became stranded. You done anything while stranded here? While I am trapped here until I can find a ship to take home, my time here has not been at a loss. I've gained a purpose in my life, much tranquility through the teachings of the Anama. Once I was weak, I even carried a wand to defend myself. Now it is no more. I have weaker defenses, but more peace. Okay. Sure. You say so. Gag. Plague victim. One of the roach diseases lies before you, dripping with sweat. You ask them their name, you get an answer with a long, low moan. Let's just leave them alone. Dead. Very tired, overworked man. He looks like he's been up for days straight. He wears a mask over his mouth and frequently wipes his sweaty brow. You notice he wears an Anama ring. I'm just called Jed. You remember the Anama? But of course, this isle was an overgrown wilderness filled with monsters before we claimed it as our own and settled it. You should speak with Aloha in the temple. He will tell you more of our faith. You a healer? He applies a poultice to a sick woman's forehead. I am Shader's main healer. It's a grim task, as you can probably guess. Is there any way we can help? Nobody's bothered to ask me how they could help. Oh, now that you mention, we could really use some gray mold salve. Even a little bit can make a difference in borderline cases. Gray mold doesn't grow on this island. Well, if I happen to find any, I'll let you know. I don't need any healing right now. Spud. Hey, Spud. The beggar. The ravages of the disease are clear on him. He can barely move. He still manages an air of grim dignity. He wears a dirty Anama ring. My name is Spud. You're an Anama member. Why aren't they helping you? Anama have little patience for those who don't work. When I get my strength back, then they will help me more. They give me little food, though. It's safe to be out here with all the bugs about? He coughs. No, not safe. How do you survive? At night, the Anama let me sleep in their temple. It keeps things from crawling on me. They are kind. Is life difficult on the island? Even before the roaches, life was hard. The Anama worked so hard to clear the place out for people to live. This is a rough place. Okay. How did you become a beggar? I was a farmer. I lost my wife and my health to disease. I asked for a minor gift to feed me while I regained my strength. What was farming like? Difficult enough job considering the rocky soil, even without the plague. There you go. You give Spud a few coins. He bows deeply, which is a great effort for him. Thank you for your kindness. I shall not forget you. You probably will. So the completely... Oh, not quite untended. Hello. Arkley. A hunched-over, exhausted man in long robes. You approach. You see these stunning diagrams and illustrations with roaches on them. He looks up. I'm Arkley. Greetings to you. Tell me about these drawings. They are not, though you are not one of the Anama, you must know how great a concern the roach plagues have been to our faith. They ravage our lands, after all. Honar himself asked me to learn as much about them as I can. What have you learned? You have learned that there are intelligent spiders on this island, of a species previously unknown to us. It sounds odd, I know, but I suspect they may be able to help you. Also, I know a mage named Purgatos, who I suspect can be of assistance to you. Oh, great, the spiders. Oh, the spiders. I knew they'd turn up sooner or later. They're in every freaking game. Where is Purgatos? Oh, it's problematical for an Anama member to send one to a mage, but just between you and me, we are not strong enough to handle the roaches on our own. Purgatos lives in the ruined town of Nice. I believe you can find a ferry there in the town of Cooper. Is Purgatos the only mage you know? It's down at the Anama ring. I agree with the stance of Anama on magic, but I do not dislike mages personally. A mage's non-magical efforts can lead to good ends. For example, Sarah, who lives in the southwest corner of Shader, is a mage and a great finder of knowledge. There are intelligent spiders? Yes, intelligent, friendly spiders. I have heard rumors that they live near the town of Avernum. Something this bizarre cannot help but be a help to us. To help find Babner, by the way, you can purchase maps of the Isle of Big Ale from me. Sure. Okay, there's Nice. Got a sail from there. There's Babner. We're here, so everything is to the east. Betcha the problem is in here. Well, we got some directions. I need to... Okay, I have a request. Tell me my time limits for the various issues, because I think I'm getting a really early start on this one. I'm not sure.